What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the FUT Draft Club Challenge. Today is episode 4 of 5 and I believe I'm a little bit behind. I'm actually ahead, but A has an episode to go. I'm recording episode 4. He's yet to do episode 3. I'm trying to get ahead on videos because Gamescom is coming up and I need to be on track for that to get videos for you whilst I'm out in Germany. In the meantime, dudes, if you could drop a big old thumbs up on the video, that'd be much appreciated. We've slammed 10,000 likes on every episode of this series so far. If we could do that again, that would be much appreciated. After 3 episodes, I was on 24 points. And A9 Skills was on 23 points after 2 episodes. He did indeed win his second episode draft and he deducted himself 1 point for making a mistake in the first episode. If you guys don't know what this series is about, just go check out episode number 1. It looks like I'm going to need 2 draft wins out of the next 2 drafts to give myself any real chance of not losing this. But if I do lose, it's not really a loss for me, because it's a win for you guys, because the loser of this series is going to do a giveaway on their Twitter account. You can find my and A9 Skills Twitter in the comment section down below. Feel free to check that out and drop a follow. Today's draft, guys, is going to be... where are we? We are... Is this a French league today? Or is it the... Hold on. I can't find the breakdown of the games. No, don't do this to me. All right, so it is the German league today, guys, and I have got Borussia Dortmund, and A9 Skills is going to be Bayern Munich. So I'm hoping with picking well. So the rules are I have to pick every Dortmund player. I'm not allowed to pick any Bayern player. So I can't take that Lewandowski card. I then have to pick German and or Bundesliga players, and after that it's a free choice. So based on the positions we've got here, I would have loved that Lewandowski. I'm going to take Lionel Messi instead. He fits there on the bench. There's a lot of good Dortmund players out there that I can pick, and obviously there's a lot of good German players out there that I can pick. Now I could take Costa, I could take Griezmann. I'll take Griezmann just because I'd say there's a higher chance of me getting a French link in this league than there is of me getting a Spanish link in this league. There is our first Dortmund player. That's such a shame as well because I would like Dries Mertens in there. But we have to take Philipp, the new Dortmund signing. We'll pop him up in there in that centre forward spot. The beauty about him is that he can also play cam, because he is a generic centre forward, which is obviously very, very nice. So there is a Bundesliga player here by way of Mali. Isn't Mali like really tall? No, not really tall. 5'10", 4-star, 4-star. That's actually not bad for a cam. This is a pretty good setup we've got here already with Griezmann in behind as well. More Bundesliga players. Obviously, I don't want the Bayern dudes. Would like any non-Bayern players would be nice. There's no Bundesliga here. There's no La Liga here either. Maybe Costa would have actually been perfect at this stage. I'm going to take Jensen. There's no Germans here either. So Jensen is a good shout for me. He'll come on as a good super sub. We used him in episode 1 as well, where he was also very, very good. And there is a Bayern player there, but I cannot take him because obviously I can't take Bundesliga, which means I am free to take this Toni Kroos, which is great because he'll get Griezmann up to 7 chemistry. And he will get 7 chemistry himself. And oh my god, I'm actually going to be able to take Iniesta here. There's no Germans. There's no Bundesliga. There's no Dortmund. So we'll take Iniesta. And that's alright. That is alright. This team... Okay, we've only got the 1 Dortmund player. But we only ended up with 2 Arsenal players. And we only ended up with 2 Inter players as well. We get ourselves no Bundesliga player again. No German player again. I mean, I could go with Jimenez, but... Do I really want a right-back Jimenez? Or do I want like a right-back Montoya? Let's take Montoya for right-back. We'll swap Iniesta over to that side as well. Just to get that strong link in there. No problem at all. And then our centre-back's going to be... So there is a German there. So we are going to have to take Mustafi because he's German. So that's going to play around with chemistry quite a lot. Such are the rules. There we go. We got a Dortmund player. So we do get Socrates. That's quite nice. We'll put Mustafi over to get that link with Cruz, which will give Cruz 7 chem no matter what, which isn't the end of the world. And do we get so we get no Bundesliga again. Now we could take Felipe Luis, only gets a soft link. We could take Tremoulinet, only gets a soft link. So we'll take Felipe Luis. That is a starting 10 for the outfield players. Of course, we already have Messi on the bench, and we are required to take Sommer in goal. Not so great on chemistry, but the players are actually very, very good. That's 76 chemistry there. I wonder if I did like that, for example, and then that's only 68 chemistry. Yeah, we'll have to. We'll start it like this. That goes up to 70 chemistry. Didn't I have it at 76? No, I didn't. Wow. All right, so we'll take the reserves now. I could actually put Messi in here. It would give me a much bigger chem boost. That takes me up to 74 chemistry by putting Jensen on the bench. I'm quite okay with that. I wouldn't mind a few more Bundesliga players, dudes, and specifically a few more Dortmund players. Yes! Lucas Piszczek, let's go! I'm actually going to put him... Do I want to play him at... Yeah, I'll put him at right back. That doesn't make any difference. It actually doesn't change chemistry at all. I wonder if... let's swap those two around, and let's swap those two around. What if we swap those two around? That puts us up to 75 chemistry. That's not so bad at all. That gives Socrates full chemistry now. Which it... Oh, no, wait. Does it? No, it doesn't, because there's 5 links in there. God damn. That's too bad, but that's not so bad. Oh, I wonder if... No, Philip doesn't work there. That's a shame. Yeah, that doesn't work. That's not so bad, though, dudes. I'm quite happy. I think Montoya in here might actually be... Oh, Montoya here. No, I have to use the German player. I can't not use the Germans. It's not so bad so far. Let's get another Dortmund player. Let's get an Aubameyang. That's... Oh, Marco Reus. Let's go. This game is actually being quite kind. Now, Marco Reus in midfield gives us a nice boost because of the Dortmund links. Mali can go up at cam, and then Iniesta can come back into midfield. That puts us up to 78 chemistry. Messi will go back on the bench just because we have to use the Dortmunds, we have to use the Bundesliga, and we have to use the German. So it's only Iniesta, Felipe Luis and Griezmann who are able to be changed unless we get more Dortmunds. I'm actually very surprised with the number of Dortmund players we've got. There is a Bayern player that I just don't have to take at all. There's no one else here that I really want to take. So we'll take Robbie Keane for the rating. Not that he'll probably get on the bench anyway. I would be so happy if we managed to pick up an Aubameyang now. Iborra might not be a bad shout. Is there a German? Oh, there is a German. Ozil is the guy that we have to take. So Ozil will go in here. He actually gives us a huge boost because he gets a strong link to Mustafi and soft links to the to the 2 German players. That is fantastic. I wonder if we put Philip down here. We start on 86. If we put Philip there and Mali there, that's only 82 because of Socrates. That's a shame. That is a shame. All right, we'll keep it. We'll keep it there for now. This is actually turning out to be an alright squad, dudes. Obviously, Ozil gets that absolute perfect link in. So we get no Germans and no Bundesligas. We'll take Dries Mertens as a substitute. We'll now have Messi, Mertens, Jensen as power subs. Montoya, not a bad power sub either. Now, I wouldn't mind a German goalkeeper. Oh, God, never mind. Never mind, bros. Never mind. It doesn't matter about the goalkeeper. We're sticking with Sommer from now onwards then. We get Bundesliga Vendel, which we have to take. So we will take. And we have to pop him in. It's going to cost us some chemistry. That takes us down to 80. If we do that, does that help? And then if we do... Well, I just can't help. Yes, 880 is where we're going to be with that for now. Wouldn't mind another Dortmund centre-back or another Bundesliga centre-back. There's another Belgian. No Bundesliga players here. We'll take Vertonghen. He's not going to help us at all. We've got 3 more picks to go. They are midfielders and attackers now, so it's not so bad. Can we get anyone useful? Again, no Bundesliga. Dembele, I mean, Dembele would be nice if we could use anyone else, but the only player we can replace in this whole team is Griezmann. Unless it's a Dortmund player, then it would go in ahead. So we'll take Dybala as another good super sub. Please give me Aubameyang game. Aubameyang would be perfect. So we have to take Latza. We can't use... Well, we could use him if we wanted to use him here. It would actually benefit us for chemistry as well. He gets Philip up to 10 chem. So we'll keep Mali on the bench. Of course, I can't... I'm not very well going to go and play Mali up front. It loses me chemistry, and it's... I know it's a Bundesliga player, but it's a cam, and I don't think AA is playing players off position either. Aubameyang is the only saviour for me here. Could be a chance. No. So no Germans, no Bundesliga. We'll take Eden Hazard as well. We've got some very good substitutes here, dudes. We've got Lionel Messi, Dybala, Hazard, Jensen, Iniesta, Vertonghen and Felipe Luis in defence. But more importantly, I'm actually quite happy with our team. I do want Montoya. No. We'll take Vertonghen and Felipe Luis on the bench. Sommer on 7 chem is going to be a bit iffy. Socrates, no problem. I wonder if I can I get more chemistry out of these dudes here? That takes me up to 85. I'm sure there's a way to get more chemistry. Some way. Somehow. I might just leave Wendell out there on his own. You know what I mean? I just throw him out there. Leave him out there. Mustafi is 1 link short, which is a shame. I wonder if we put the German guy at left back. No, that doesn't help. Piszczek is fine. Socrates is fine. See, 7 chem is fine. So Royce and Wendell are the only 2 players that have any problems with the grading stats. But they're 4 is okay. I think he'll get base card stats. It's just Royce is going to get a minor deduction in his stats, but that's not the end of the world. Because I believe that goes to 85, that goes to 81 like that. Yeah, I definitely don't want that. And that's 83, yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swap around Toni Kroos and Marco Reus in game. So we're going to have Reus at cam, Philip and Griezmann up front. Özil, can we swap these around? Would it be better to swap this around? Yeah, because Piszczek, we might be able to get a little bit better here. There you go, 88, that's more like it. That is much more like it. Now both centre... Yeah, now look at that. Only Marco Reus doesn't get decent chem links. Even like that, Piszczek gets good chem. That drops as chem, that drops as chem, that drops as chem. That would all drop as chem. Yeah, that's 88 chem. That's much better, dudes. That is much, much better. So Marco Reus there. Wait, does that other dude give us 10 chemistry? The weak dude, Mali. We actually lose chemistry with Mali. That's crazy. I could put Socrates on 10. Who else loses chem there? 7. Oh, Wendell on 10 or Socrates on 10. I'd much prefer Socrates on 10. So that's how we're going to line the club up, dudes. And if we could get a Bundesliga manager or a German manager here, or a German Bundesliga manager... No, we can't. 89 with the Brazilian, stays at 88, stays at 88. 90 with the Liga Santander. We'll take the Liga Santander manager. So we get 90 chemistry out of that. An 89 rated squad. It's a good squad with a great bench. I would hope for at least 6 points from this team. At least 6 points. I would like to be able to win the draft. I kind of need to win the draft here today. To give myself a fighting chance in the final episode. If I don't win the draft, I could be in some big trouble. That, guys, is the team. Let's get into the action. Okay, guys, as we go into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a 3-4-2-1 team. Now, I wouldn't have mentioned this in the intro whilst building the team, but you guys would have heard it in episode 3. The points tally is currently 1 ahead. Of the simple fact that I made another mistake. So yeah, 2 mistakes. I see you guys in the comments as well. I know you're saying, oh, you guys should have had the rules set up beforehand. We had the rules laid out perfectly, literally had the rules laid out perfectly. It's a bit different and unique trying to remember a system that you're not used to. And it's very easy to overlook certain things. So whilst we watch the gameplay for this episode, I want to take you through the points tally to date, because there will be no points shown on the screen for this episode. I'll just do a complete recap at the start of episode 5 of where I am after 4 episodes and where AA is after 4 episodes. So in episode 1, I won the draft, so we would have ended up getting 12 points, but I didn't take 3 Spanish players that I should have taken. It wouldn't have actually made a difference to the team because they wouldn't have got into the team anyway. The team was fine, but I deducted 1 point per player for that anyway. So I went from 12 points down to 9 points, and that was that. In episode 2, we got to the final. We lost in the final, so that would have been 9 points. However, I took Willian, and Willian obviously was a Chelsea player, and I wasn't allowed to take Chelsea players. So I deducted a point for him too. So we only got 8 points in episode 2. and 9 points in episode 1 instead of 12 and 9. In episode 3, I just lost in the semi-final, so I picked up 6 points in the semi-final. And in this episode, we're going to see where we're at for points. So after 3 episodes, I am sat on 23 points. I know AA9 Skills is on 23 points after 2 episodes. He won his first episode and then deducted a point because he made a mistake. And he won his second episode, but I also believe he took Laurent Koscielny from Arsenal, which obviously he wasn't allowed to do, so I think he had to deduct a point there as well. So he's on 22 points after 2, and I was on 23 points after 3. So I needed some big drafts. Episode 4 and episode 5, it's important for me to pick up at least 18 to 21 points. And it was a good start for us, getting 3 points on the board. And what I need is AA to get a rough draft in episode 3, 4, or 5, because he's way ahead right now. At the time that I'm recording episode 4 here, AA hasn't yet done his episode 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to start episode 5 until he has completely got his episodes 2, 3, and so he's already got 2 up live, but his episodes 3 and 4 live. Then I'll start episode 5 with him, so we go into the final episode perfect on knowing whether or not I can win the draft or not, whether I can win the challenge or not, based on him having a good or a bad draft. But as I say, guys, I needed a big draft here, and this team that I've drafted is actually very, very good. Very, very good. And I was enjoying playing with all of the players. I do end up getting into the second round here. My opponent scores an absolute banger with Lionel Messi there. I think this was with a guest as well, this opponent. So it's always tricky against a guest because they're either going to be exceptional or horrific. And fortunately for me, these guys weren't horrific, to be fair to them. But I was able to create some really good goal-scoring opportunities. And that goal was so nice from Marco Reus there. Some great passing play around the edge of the box. Just a bit too quick for the defenders. Near post OP again. Yes, not quite, but yes. I've been saying to you guys, I feel like EA have changed the corners. And for some reason, even if you don't score directly off of the near post corner, or even if you don't concede directly off of your opponent's near post corners, what's happening is it's causing just mass confusion. The amount of goals I've scored recently where I've thrown it in at the near post, it's missed the first defender and the first attacker, and then a guy in or around the penalty spot has put it in the back of the net. Is crazy. Like, it's literally crazy. However, I wasn't complaining. We got ourselves another 3 points on the board, and we go into the semi-final against this team. Now, the attack of this team is very nice, but the defense of this team is very weak. The goalkeeper is poor. The centre-backs are both off chem. The CDM, was Wanyama, who's just not very good in the game at the moment. Like, it just doesn't fit the meta build. I mean, at the start of the year, he was pretty good. I remember using him in a few Road to Glory teams with Wanyama, just because he was nice and strong. He was, relatively quick in back then when there wasn't this many special cards on the game. But now he just doesn't fit it. So I was hoping I'd be able to use and abuse the lack of qualities in defence from my opponent, and that's exactly what I did. We got the first goal, which was a really, really, I think it was a nice finish. Was it tapping? I can't remember. But the second goal was from Philippe there, getting a low driven across the body of the keeper, and we make it 2-0. Nice work from Griezmann. Down the left-hand side finds Mesut Ozil. Ozil manages to body off Valencia, I believe that is, passes it into Wendell. Wendell gets into the box, lays it into Griezmann. Griezmann shoots, Griezmann scores, and we go 3-0 up. And I was so happy after 32 minutes to manage to pick up 3 more points. Well, not guaranteed at this stage, but 3-0 up after 30 minutes. I was thinking to myself, look, if this guy even scores 1, I could just slow the game down, get the 3 points. It's more important. He eventually did score 1. He gets that low driven across the body of the keeper there to pop himself into a position where he wasn't necessarily out of the game. But in the second half, we get through Marco Reus. I hit him with a stop and turn. Lovely as you like. Great finish from Reus there. Another left foot shot from Reus makes it 4-1. And that was the end of this game. My opponent did rage quit. We get ourselves another 3 points. So that's 9 points now so far from episode 4. And we move on in to another draft final. This is interestingly our 3rd draft final out of all of these 4 episodes so far. Of course, we won episode 1, we lost episode 2. Can we win episode 3? Well, we come up against a super team. 4 Team of the Year players and 4 of the best Team of the Year players. Ronaldo, Messi, Suarez and Luka Modric. He's then got a really strong defence as well. The only disappointment part of him was like maybe his right back, maybe his right centre mid, maybe the fact that he's got Ericsson as a lone centre mid in there. He probably would have been better off swapping a few players around there. But It wasn't about what he had, it was about what I could have done with what I had. And what I was able to do was create a really, really nice goal straight off the bat. 20 minutes in, Mesut Ozil there, outside of the shot, boot shot, manages to fly into the back of the net, and it was a welcome relief to get the first goal against the team with an attack as good as this. So far we've won in this draft 4-1, 3-1 and 4-1. So I'm scoring a lot of goals with this team. You know, the attacking abilities of this team are obviously very, very strong. So I wanted to just keep playing on that, and I wanted to keep playing attacking creative football. I didn't want to kind of like get 1-0 and then be scared to go forwards. And we end up scoring another fantastic goal. Antoine Griezmann coming up big yet again, makes it 2-0. And it wasn't so long before the third goal goes in the back of the net. Griezmann here out wide. Ball gets a bit lucky to come back to me on the edge of the box. Weak defending. Another tackle from my opponent. I read his play here. It falls to Philip. Philip into Marco Reus. Marco Reus gets around the defender, steps inside, shoots and scores. And we go 3-0. So 3-0 after 45 minutes. And then on the stroke of half time, so also on 45 minutes, my opponent hits a banger off the bar. Luis Suarez is there to tap it home to make it 3-1. But I was not going to let this game disappear. I was not going to throw away a 3-goal lead. My opponent did end up countering me. I think this is like 81st, 82nd minute or something like that. I get one tackle in on Ronaldo. I get a second tackle in on Ronaldo. And it falls, fortunately for me, to Eden Hazard, who I brought on as a substitute. Hazard gets in behind, got options in the box. He just runs and runs and runs, taps it to Griezmann, who shoots and scores and gives us the win. And that makes it 12 points out of 12 from this episode. If I made no mistakes, I would have had another 4 points, which might, if I end up losing this draft series by 4 points, I'll be livid with myself and my idiocy. But this, guys, is going to be the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the packs. Alright, guys, so we did what had to be done. 4 wins in a row, 12 points on the board, and this team was spectacular. To a man. Even this dude here, Latza, he was great. Philip was great, getting in on the goals. Cruz, great. Griezmann, Reus, Ozil, phenomenal. The defence was fantastic. The boys coming on, Messi, Hazard, Dybala, Jensen, all made big impact to the game. Most important thing in this whole draft, though, guys, was picking up 12 points. I've given myself a chance, I feel. As I said, I was 1 point ahead of AA, but he had a whole draft in play. So now we've gone from 24 to 36 points. That's huge for me, and hopefully will help me win this this little mini series. So we're going to claim our prize. We've got some big wins: 4-1, 3-1, 4-1, 4-1. Was very comfortable in all 4 games as well. The prize that we get is a mega pack and a premium gold players pack. That's not bad. Oh crap! You know what I've done? I'm listing. I've got 100 items on the trade pile. So, because I'm just selling all like the centre backs and stuff because of the new SBC, they're going for like a little bit more than normal. Like, look at that, this guy's going for 1,000 coins already, and there's still 35 minutes left. I've filled up my trade pile, not thinking about this. So if I get any duplicates, I'm just gonna have to discard them. Unfortunately, fortunately, we don't get a very good player to start with. It's Lopez. Oh god, actually that's not bad. If I have to discard him, thank God for that. I do have to discard some players. Probably a fair bit of coins there. What I'll do is any duplicates out of this mega pack, I'll just keep, and then I'll load in the game after, you know, and then we'll go from there. So we get Joe Hart from West Ham. Not too bad. An 84 rated player. Very nice indeed. Motta, Emanike, some contracts. Let me put into the club what's going to be useful. So we definitely made some profit off of this draft as well, which is nice, even though it's not... This is Draft to Glory, essentially, because it's on the Draft to Glory account. However, some really nice things there. Yeah, it is Draft to Glory, essentially. How he can go. Do you know what? I'm just going to discard them all. Bruma's the only other dude that would have been worth a little bit. But that, yeah, you know, that would have been some profit. It is Draft to Glory, so the profit still does matter. But that is our 51st draft win on this account. That is our 2nd draft win on this game mode, in this mini series. Don't forget, guys, if you want to check out AA9 Skills, his link is in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.